ladies, welcome to the tutorial. I am Kiana Lachey, branding strategist, coach, whatever you want to call me. I show ladypreneurs how to build and market a brand that they can be proud of. So today I'm going to show you guys how you can easily create your own styled stock photography photos for your branded digital product or whatever it is that you want to include in the photo. It could be a checklist, a guide, whatever it is. We can go ahead and put it in Photoshop, use a mock-up, and boom, it'll be all pretty. So if you have Photoshop, I would suggest that you could either open it or you could wait till afterwards. I'm going to be using Photoshop. I don't use Photoshop for everything. However, what I'm about to show you is so simple. It makes Photoshop really worth it, as opposed to having to go create these images, from scratch, whether it's using Canva or Pixlr or PicMonkey. You can go right into CreativeMarket, that's creativemarket.com, and you can search for styled stock photos, or you can search for mockups. There's a lot of creative ladies out there who have created a lot of different stock photos and mockups for you to be able to use with your brand. I absolutely love them, and when I see one that resonates with me, I definitely go and I go ahead and I snatch that. I do. So we're waiting for Photoshop to open, and it seems to be taking forever and a day. Okay, so once you have your Photoshop open, you want to go to File. Now granted, this is if you have already gone and gotten a mock-up, a scene creator, whatever it is that you want to use. This one, I'm going to show you how I made the style stock photo for my workbook, Build Your Brand Like a Boss. So I'm just going to go to Open in the File section. Wait for that to come up. Okay, boom. So I went, there's a lot of other websites that you can go to that'll give you like these mock-ups for free. I actually went to a free website, and I can't remember the name of it right now because I just searched for it on Google, and they had a pack for like ebooks. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get one of those then. So let's see, the one that I will show you is how I did it with the book open. So I go and select that and wait for it to come up. Keep layers. All right. Okay, boom, there you go. It's really plain Jane, really boring, not doing much of anything. Always try to keep your pointer on the move tool, because you don't want to jack anything up. Now the good thing is that over here off to the side, you can see all of the elements. These are all the elements that make up this. If the eye is open, that means that it's visible. If not, it's gone. See, left page, gone, boom. So the left page, we're going to go ahead and double click right here. That's the invisible layer or transparent. You're going to get this. That doesn't mean that, this went away. It's just over here chilling. So we're going to work with this really quick. You're going to go to File, Open, and then you're going to search for whatever element you want to use. So I had taken screenshots of various pages from my workbook, and so we can just type screenshot, and the images should come up. What's going on? Okay, it's loading. Okay, so here are the images, and the left photo is this one. So then I just select it and I hit open. Now that's gonna also pop up in another window. See? Take this right here at the top, drag it over. Drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it. Boom. Then, since remember we're still on the move tool, we're going to take it, we're going to click it, and we're going to drag it onto this white layer. Then we're going to want to make it the actual size of this white layer, right? So with the layer still selected as layer 1, that is this right here, we're going to go to edit and free transform. This is going to allow us to manipulate the photo without it losing the quality or it warping the image. So when you're doing this, you want to hold down the shift button. That's going to make sure that the quality stays intact. And you go and then you just play around with this, make sure it fits, snap it into place. There you go, and boom. So once you have done that, you can let go of the shift button and hit the enter key. And you see how it's not all pixelated or warped out. The last thing you're going to want to do is go ahead, go to File, go to Save. What it's going to do is make sure that this element is saved like this on the actual mockup. So this right here, you can exit that. And you see, check that out. Isn't that something? So that was just the left page. So now we're going to go ahead and do the right page. And it's going to be the exact same steps that we did for the left page. So we're going to go to File, Open, and here's the other one. This is the right page, so I'm going to open that. I'm going to drag this out and drag it over here. Edit, free transform, hold down the shift key, stretch it out. You see how it's all pixelated? Hit enter. We're good. Go up to File, Save. Alright, now we can exit. And now it's like that. And the cool thing about this mockup is that it came with a little extra features for me to be able to play around with. So if you hit these little arrows, it'll drop it down so you can see all of the options that you have. So I can choose various backgrounds. I can choose this marble. I can choose an extra white background, you know, the blue or teal blue. We're going to do this one. This is the one that I use. Now you can double click right there on this little box and it's going to bring up your color picker. I want to use a color that is within my brand. If you don't know your color codes, you should have a brand style guide. If you've worked with a graphic designer, your graphic designer should have given you a brand style guide if they were a part of helping you to create your brand as a whole. So we're gonna go with I'm gonna do the purple. So that is 885D79. I know mine by heart by now, so. And that's it. You know, that's all that I really had to do. I didn't have to do anything extra. That's just something that I can use. I use this image to put on the product page for my workbook in the gallery. So we can go ahead and exit out of that. Don't save. Exit. Exit. Now something else we can do, if you have a stock photo that's a little more easy on the eyes, because that one wasn't too pretty. Now I have, okay, mock-ups. I have a folder with my mock-ups. I have a crap ton of them. So let's go to the Ooh La La. I like these. They're simple, but they're cute. So I can go ahead and choose any of these non-framed mock-ups. And by non-frame, they just mean where you see the white, it would have a frame around it. So let's do this one. Let's do this one. Open. Boom. Okay, same thing. The elements are on the side, and it shows you top card, bottom card, background. If you ever wanted to just make the cards themselves and you want to have a transparent background, bam. I'll show you how to do that afterwards. Because then once you have a transparent background, you can save it as a PNG and you can place it on top of anything with any type of background. So we're going to work with the top card first. So I'm going to hit this arrow, drop it down, and double click on this transparent space. It's going to bring this up. You remember this from last time. We're going to go to File, Open. And this time I'm going to put the cover for the workbook on the top. So screenshot. And let's see. Here we go. Here's the cover for it. Same thing as before. We're going to drag that over. We're going to place this on top. Edit, free transform. I'm telling you guys, it's not as hard as it seems. I think that this is very convenient, and the end result is something that's, you know, pretty and for you to use on social media. If you want to go ahead and make one of these and use it as a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, whatever it is, you can do that. So we're going to save. Boom. Now I've got one card on the top. So we have a bottom card, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to close this first. We're going to work on the bottom card. I'm going to use one of the images that I use for my pages in the last one that we created. So open. I'll use this one. Drag it over. There you go. Place that over here. Edit, free transform. Hold down the shift key. There you go. Okay, and hit enter. I'm going to go to File. We're going to go to Save. Alright. Now look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and close that up. Now, the cool thing about this also is that you may not be able to manipulate these elements over here. However, you can still manipulate these. So if I take this top card with my move tool still selected, always keep it on the move tool unless you absolutely have to use something else, but just keep it on move. So I can just click it and I can drag that around. So if I want that over here and then select the bottom card, I can move this one, you know, down here, what have you. Whatever it is that you want. I'm gonna keep it like that. Now, when it comes to saving, when you're done and you're, happy with it, if you really need to, you can go grab the text tool. That's this one with the capital T. Click and drag it. There you go. Choose whatever font it is that you want. I like to stay on brand, so go search for mine. There's so many fonts in here. You can do so much with this. Okay, so oh, here it is. I was hovering right over it. And I can change my point font. Let's go 24, and then okay, this file must be really huge, so I'm going to select it and center, and then let's roll with 72. Okay, so you can do that. Of course, make it look a lot better than that, but you understand what I'm trying to say. So afterwards, you just go to File, and then we go to Save As. Name it what you want. So, stock photo tutorial. Format. Please pay attention to this part. Usually you would just keep it as a JPEG. Most of the time you're either working with a JPEG or you are working with a PNG. The JPEG is going to keep it just like this, and then you would just hit save. Now let's just say we just want these two cards, right? We just want the cards. So we would go ahead and let's take the copy off. You just close the eye, make it go away. And then we close the background. Now we have a transparency, right? You can take the crop tools right here. If you hover over it long enough, it should say crop, but and just to make the file a lot smaller so you're not having to work with too much, then you just crop this out just like that. There you go. So now it's transparent. So when you go to save something that has a transparency, you go to File, Save As. Okay, stock photo tutorial. And then for your format, you are going to want to choose PNG. Okay, choose your PNG. And you know what, we can, let's see, it's going to compress it. And saving 90%. PNGs are high quality images, so that's really good. Now, since you have a PNG, or if you go ahead and create a PNG, something like this with a transparent background, if you do decide to use this image, you can use it with Canva, you can use it with Pixlr, you can use it with PicMonkey, and you can actually take this and you can create your own image. You can have whatever background you want, and you can sit this directly on top of it. You can use it in, if you want to use it for, say, creating a PDF, whatever the case may be, you can go ahead and use this. If you're fancy and you're using Final Cut Pro and you want to make a video, and you can take a PNG, a transparent image, and put it on top. So that's it for this tutorial. I really hope that it helped. If so, please leave a comment below and let me know if you have been wanting to play around with Photoshop. I believe Photoshop is like $10 a month. Try it out for a month. You might even get a free trial. I'm not sure, but try it out and see how you like it. And if you feel like this is worth it to you, to be able to make your own stock photos and mock-ups and stuff, and you spend $10 a month, you can create unlimited images as opposed to having to go pay someone to do it. If there's a cheaper route for you, do the damn thing. Thank you for kicking it with me today, and I will see you later.